Hello! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Overflow Live. My name is Zach, and I will be your host for tonight. It's a great time. We've got so much stuff planned for you. I want to introduce our volunteers, Bryce and Josiah. Perfect. Let's get this guy out of here. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Overflow Live. It's so good to see you guys. Missed you and everything like that. We've got a ton of stuff planned for you tonight, and it's going to be a good time. Before we get into it, though, I've got some announcements that I need to get out of the way, and then as soon as that's done, we'll jump into the fun. So the first announcement is this. You probably haven't heard of it. You're probably hearing from me the first time, but unfortunately, due to new restrictions that Riverside County has given us, the Harvest Fest is being postponed. We're not sure what the day will be when it is back in progress, but once we find out more news, we will get that to you. But don't worry, Harvest Fest will be coming back soon. It just won't be on the day that we planned, which was, of course, Halloween. So sorry about that, guys. Next up in the announcements is the Next Conference. Okay, so the Next Conference it's basically a big youth ministry conference that's going to be held here at the church. Michael is going to be running all the live streaming stuff, but if you want to be there and participate, you can by coming at 8 o'clock in the morning or before then, not really after. We can't really let a ton of people into the building afterwards, so 8 a.m. or before, come to the church for the Next Ministry Conference, a youth ministry conference. If you're interested in being a leader, in being involved in youth ministry in any way, or you're just interested, it's really informative, and it'll be a good time. So the Next Ministry Conference on Saturday. And then the Saturday after, the 24th, is Saturday morning jams and your jams. We're going to get back into the groove. The groove is... Yeah, the groove. So that's on the 24th. Saturday morning jams and jams is back on the 24th. And then finally is this. Tomorrow night at about 6 p.m. we will play Among Us online on the Discord. Let me just say, Angel as imposter is really good. And I'm always scared whenever he's the imposter. So that will be tomorrow night at about 6 p.m. You can hop on the Discord and we'll play some Among Us for who knows how long. It'll probably be for a while. But yeah, that's the announcements that I have. And I mean, you guys have seen Josiah around here, obviously. But we also have Bryce helping us out tonight.
Hi.
So Bryce is going to be hanging out with us too. And yeah, it's great. Before we jump into the fun, I've got a video to show you guys. Last week we were talking about the 10 Commandments. And so this video kind of explains a little bit about the 10 Commandments. So check it out.
How's it going? I'm Billy, that's Bobby, that's Bubbles, and this is Big John. A little birdie told me that you blokes might be forgetting about one of the most important parts of Scripture. Tell them what that might be, Bobby.
The 10 Commandments.
Ever hear of the Old Testament? Of course not. It's only 3/4 of the Bible. You think just because you accepted Jesus into your heart, all Scripture isn't God-breathed? That's where you're wrong.
God breathed it good, all right.
That's right, Bobby. Jesus didn't come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. He didn't come to make peace, but he came with a sword. Bubbles.
Take it easy, Bubbles.
Remember what Mum said. That's a good lad.
Attaboy, Bubbles.
Like I was saying, the 10 Commandments are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago when they were written.
Stone tablets they were.
So we're here with a little history lesson on the 10 Commandments. Number 1, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
No others? Are you sure?
Did I stutter? When it says no other, it means no other. Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, told us that no one can serve two masters. Last time I checked, the man was never wrong.
Not once he was.
Number 2, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
English, please.
It means no idols. Anything we put before God is an idol.
Anything? What about my job?
Could be.
My phone?
No doubt.
Not my significant other.
Anything we find more important than God, that's an idol. Number 3, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain.
This ought to be good.
You stub your toe, you think it's all right to use the Lord Almighty's name in vain, do you?
A shame that is.
You better wash your mouth out with some Bob Hope.
Soap.
Number 4, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy.
Keep it.
Too good for a rest now, are ya? The Alpha and Omega created the universe in 6 days. And guess what he did on the 7th day, Bobby?
I suppose he rested.
Blimey, right he did. God takes a break, and so should you.
Ain't no sense in exerting yourself.
Number 5, honour your father and mother.
Pretty simple.
They gave you life. Least you could do is show them some R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
You know what it means to me.
Number 6, thou shalt not kill.
Easy does it.
I don't care if this guy cuts you in line or gives you a butcher's hook.
Look.
Or if the chump hoofs you right in the fireman's hose.
Nose.
Don't be giving people neck hooks till they stop kicking. Jesus says those who are angry with their brothers and sisters are subject to judgment. And the big man upstairs is the ultimate Barnaby Rudge.
Judge.
Number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery.
That's a big no-no.
Jesus says if we look at a person with lust, we've already committed adultery in our hearts.
Gotta keep it pure.
It also says to flee from sexual immorality. Bobby, does that mean we skip away from sexual immorality?
No, sir.
Does it mean I hop away from sexual immorality, Bobby?
Not that I can tell.
Bobby, does it mean I casually take a stroll away from sexual immorality?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Number 8, thou shalt not steal.
No stealing indeed.
Can't pay rent because you're low on the bees and honey?
Money.
Well, stealing ain't gonna do you no good.
Sure won't.
Number 9, thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbour.
Just be truthful.
Feel like being the truth a bit? Tell a lie straight to your mum's boat race?
Face.
Think again. Jesus said the truth will set you free. No reason to cherry pie.
Lie.
And lastly, number 10, thou shalt not covet.
You used to forget about this one.
They sure do, Bobby. Your buddy got a new Danny Marr.
Car.
You fancy the lad's new Daisy Roots.
Boots.
Jealous of your sister's 60-inch custard and jelly.
Telly.
Can't stop thinking about that nice new cat and mouse.
House.
Be grateful for what you have and what the good Lord's given you. Because what you got is probably what someone else wants.
Good words them are.
That's right, Bobby. Well, that's it. So here comes the final words. Quit being foolish and stop neglecting the good bird.
Word.
All right, boys. Let's take your ball and chop.
Walk.
Oh, what do we have here? Whoa, that's loud. Sorry. I love technology. Technology is great. So, let's move this a little bit closer to the screen so that the folks at home can see everything. You guys might be wondering, what's going on with all this candy? Huh, so much candy. Well, before we found out that Harvest Festival was postponed, I thought it would be a great idea to put all this candy up on the board here. Our wonderful friend Josiah last week ranked all of the Star Wars movies, whether he has seen them or not. That got some pretty interesting feedback. So tonight we're going to have Josiah and Bryce rank their favorite candies that are on this list from 10 to 1. So Josiah, take it away. You're first.
All right. Some people like to start from the top and work their way down, but I think I'm going to start... I'm going to start with number 1.
Oh boy.
He can't. All right, number 1.
No way.
I'm going to put Pop Rocks down here at number 10. Not because they're bad, but because they're not good enough, and they hold a lot of nostalgia. So
Gotcha. That makes sense. Are you actually keeping episode 1 up there? You can if you want.
You can have it as a tie for number 1.
Yeah, tie for number 1.
Time for number 1. Nice. Good stuff.
Actual number 1. A lot of people are probably going to hate this, but I like peanut butter, so I'm going to have to go with
That's a good pick.
Reese's.
Ooh, first spot.
If anybody else out there likes peanut butter, let us know in the comments. Number 2. Okay, I'm going to put... thought that one was the peanut butter one.
Wait, which one? Oh, you're looking for the M&Ms.
M&M's, yeah.
It's right underneath the Twizzlers, if that's what you were going for.
Yes. I'm going to put this one at number 3. Because number 2...
All out of order.
Sour Punch.
Sour Punch, huh? Interesting, like the stringy stuff. Okay,
Those are really good.
I see you.
Bottle caps, I've only ever had them once. They're pretty fun because they're like Pop Rocks.
They're up
they
there.
sizzle.
What was the spot that I put them in before this? 6th place, I think I put them in?
Yeah, you put it
You don't have to put them there if that's not what you feel, but they're pretty incredible.
I'm gonna actually put it at 6 so that I have 2 spots between it.
Look at that. Michael says your sister is allergic. Are you trying to kill her?
No. Oh, gushers!
Oh,
I didn't even see these.
Yo. Oh, dang, that was fast. Whoa.
Just rearrange
All
the
right.
entire board.
Let's rearrange.
Kit Kats are pretty good.
Kit Kats.
I'm gonna put them number 5.
Number 5. Alrighty. Well, you got
Yeah.
3 spots left.
Gotta make these count.
This is intense. Oh, dang. All right. Go straight for the Sour Patch watermelon. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Massive rearranging going on here, boys.
Okay, 2 more.
Whew.
Okay, I'll put these at number 9.
Whoa.
Because-
All right.
These were a childhood.
Fruit by the foot.
One more.
One more.
I'm stuck in between the M&Ms and the sour Skittles.
You guys were making fun of me for this earlier, but Mike and Ike's are really good.
Uh,
Mike and Ike's are so good. Ladies and gentlemen, before he picks his last pick, can people agree with me that Mike and Ike's are really good? Because, yes, they are. And these two made fun of me for it. They're amazing. I love Mike and Ike's.
Okay.
And I will die on a hill with that.
Alright, Mike and Ike's are fine, but he put them at number 1.
Because they're incredible. They're amazing. Oh,
100,
no,
yes.
don't you dare.
Where are they? Where are they?
You
Thank
can't
you, Bryce.
just make a 100th spot. At least it's in the top 100.
And then the last one might have to be this.
Wow. All right.
oh, Leslie agreed with you.
Thank you, Leslie.
I mean, your
appreciate it.
opinion's wrong, but
Well, there we go. Michael says Mike and Ike's are fine, not top 10. Leslie says bottle caps are so good, and that she agrees with me in terms of Mike and Ike's. Well, there you go. Huh. Check that out. That is Josiah's pick. That's pretty impressive. I'm not sure we won't answer that. Don't worry. All right. Well, let us know what you think of Josiah's picks here. We're going to start rearranging this, and while we're rearranging, let us know what your favorites are, and then Bryce is going to come up here and do his once we're done rearranging. What are some honorable mentions that you might not see up here, or what's your favorite candy? I want to hear. Give us your top 5, top 10 candies while we're rearranging. All right. How are you feeling about that, Josiah? I think that was a pretty good, pretty.
you're okay. You could leave Mike and Ike's there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're not going to put them even in the top 10?
I'll think about it.
Okay, cool. That was a pretty, what did Michael say?
Michael said there was a lot of emotions over
Over here?
Oh yeah, based on his top 10.
Well, there we go. All right. Bryce, it's your turn. You have the floor. And if you want to reconsider having Mike and Ike's in 100
Yeah,
place.
get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, first of all, let me just get this clear. Josiah's list, awful. Worst list I've ever seen. Mine, it's going to be the best list you've ever seen. So, number 10, I'm going to start off from bottom to top. Number 10, I'm going to have to go with one that's not that good, but it gives me a lot of nostalgia. I'm grabbing Fruit by the Foot
Okay. That's a
at
pretty,
number 10.
pretty solid spot.
Number 9. Number 9, I think I'm going to go Starburst. Because you just never know. These are always a surprise. You never know what you're going to get
You
with
never
these.
know what you're going to get. The pink, what's your favorite Starburst flavor is what I want to know. Mine are the pink ones.
Not yellow. Okay. 8th place. I'm going to go with Gushers. Because I love me some good old Gushers.
Oh yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty good one.
Number 7. Oof. I think I got to go with the sour one. So I'm going with Sour Skittles.
Sour
Yeah.
Skittles. Good pick.
Takes
Good
ripping
choice.
a little bit.
That's okay.
Okay.
We'll never use these again.
Yeah. Okay. Next, at number 6. Alright, I know what I'm going to put. This one is exciting. It's thrilling. It's Hot Tamales.
Hot tamales. Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hot tamales.
Of course.
Here's the thing, guys. Hot tamales are just worse Mike and Ike's. I'm sorry.
Okay. Next. I'm gonna go with. I already know what I'm gonna go with. Junior mints.
Junior mints!
Junior mints number 5.
They're literally just mints. If you want mints, go to Sonic. Go to any restaurant. Just take a
Honestly,
handful.
all of these next 5, all of these next 4 are gonna be all interchangeable. All right, number 4. Number 4. This one's gonna be a good one. This one's gonna be a really good one. Coffee crisp.
You literally have
Coffee
crisp.
crisp.
You've never even been to Canada. You don't
Coffee
know.
crisp.
You've never had coffee
The
crisp.
taste of the coffee, mwah, beautiful.
What about
amazing.
the crisp?
Yeah, you didn't even mention the crisp.
Yeah, come on.
Well, okay, the reason why it's at number 4, it's a little bit too much coffee and not
Enough crisp?
Not enough crisp.
I think
Exactly.
the same thing, but why?
Okay, next one. We're going with Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll! Tootsie Roll!
The texture.
Kidding me!
The
Come
texture,
on!
The texture is amazing.
It's not
Rate
good.
it Tootsie Roll.
Leftover
Number
Halloween
3.
candy? Come on!
Texture is the best. It just sinks right into your mouth. It's amazing. Alright. Number 2. You guys already know what I'm doing with this. Milk Duds.
Milk Duds!
I'm
Milk
going
Duds.
home. I'm going home.
Milk Duds. I invited you here out of the kindness of my heart. I bought you a taco from Taco Bell, and you put Milk Duds, Tootsie Roll, Coffee Crisp, Junior Mint, Hot Tamales. I don't even want to know what your first pick is.
Well, you know what my first pick is? It's actually going to be a 3-way tie.
A 3-way tie.
A 3-way tie. And let me just show you. It's a 3-way tie. All of these are just the best of the best pure
Okay.
candy of all time. Actually, I'm just getting these out the way. I don't need
What?
any of these. Okay, so number 1, I'm going Pop Rocks.
Are you serious? In first place?
I'm going Heath Bar.
What in the world?
And then finally, as my number 1 pick, 100 grand.
Oh, you
100 grand!
What the heck are you doing?
Come on!
Best list I've ever made. I think this is honestly, if your opinion is different than this, then you're just wrong in general. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
What about this?
Oh,
You haven't even
Oh.
had these before.
I forgot about these.
You haven't even
4-way
had
tie.
You haven't even
4-way tie for number 1.
Well, let's hear
Michael
what
said 100 grand is the best.
See, I told you he'd like it.
Ah.
It's because Michael is old. Okay. Sorry, Michael's not here. He's at home in spirit with us. But to us, you're still our favorite ever. Cool. Well,
Awesome.
I want to hear what you guys think about Bryce's pick. Which picks are better, Josiah's or Bryce's? It's obviously Josiah's.
Easily mine. Easily.
Okay. Well, boys, let's flip this thing. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That was almost bad. And let's get into some football. all right?
Football.
Football.
Football!
Football.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
Are you kidding me? All right, boys. So, fantasy football updates. Let's do it.
Football.
First, today we have Hannah's team versus Country Roads. Take my homes to the place I belong. West Virginia. Okay, anyways. Hannah's team.
What was the score?
Dude, Hannah is on a roll, man. Hannah is 4-1, I think, still, which is
4-1.
pretty incredible.
amazing.
I need to check that again, but I think she's 4-1. She beat Country Road Take My Homes, Mariah's team, 124-103. That was a close game. Her best player was Adam Thielen from my team, the Vikings, had 29 points. Way to go, Adam Thielen, in case you're watching this.
What are the Vikings record?
Vikings record? 1-4.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's,
so-
that's what.
Speaking of 1-4, my team, the Blubbery Seals, really close game, but Juliana and Janessa, you guys came out on top. You're still doing really good. I don't know how, but you're still doing really good. With 3 injured players, you still beat my team.
3 injured players.
That's so impressive. 115 to 103. Good win, guys. You're still up there near the top of the chart, so well done. Let's bring it over to team name with Evan and Icy with Mariska.
Wow.
Mariska, you lost like one of the best players in the
Yikes.
whole league. Dak Prescott broke his ankle or something, and so you lost your best player who's also the best quarterback in the league right now. So I'm sorry, Mariska, that probably hurt you a lot. But Evan came out on top, dominating 141 to 116.
Wow.
Good game. That also puts Evan pretty far up there. Let's get to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Goff the Hook. Goff the Hook is Bryce's
Wait.
team.
Isn't that a typo? That should be a typo.
No, I think it's correct.
Shouldn't
Oh,
the numbers
the team
be
switch
switched?
around? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bryce. No, Bryce, you're still doing good. You're still 2 and 3, I think.
I'm 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Or 2 and 3.
You're 2 and 3
I don't-
now.
Yeah, 2 and 3. That's
Uh,
what I was gonna say.
So,
Obviously.
Michael's team, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, swept Bryce 134 to 111. Good job, Michael. You're back up there. And then we come to the undisputed champion of the league so far, the Kool-Aid Jammies, Mr. Josiah and Brett, who's watching this somewhere, versus Angel and the Rangers. Angel, you still have not won a game. I'm really sorry. You've lost a lot of really good players, so I'm sorry, man. Nick Chubb, one of the highest scoring players in the entire league, he's out. So, but the Kool-Aid Jammies is still undefeated, 126 to 109. That is the closest game that Angel's team has had so far. So good job, Angel, for really putting up with some new players.
Kinda scared me.
Next week, though, Angel, you are projected to win. So let's see how that goes. I hope you get some wins up here. I'm also projected to win, but I lost a couple of my players to a bye week, so we'll see. Anyways, so that's our football score. Josiah still is in the lead, and I am tied in last place with Angel pretty much. So there we go. Well done, guys. Let's roll this out of here, if we can. It's going. It's almost right. All right, cool. We got it. Nice. What's next on the agenda? I had it. Okay, cool. So, what's next is, you know me, Overflow. My favorite games to play are improv games. And because we have Josiah and Bryce here, it's going to be it's going to be really fun. So this game we've already played on Overflow Live. It's called New Choice. Basically, 2 people will be performing a scene, but whenever someone doesn't like what one of them said, they say new choice, and then whoever spoke last has to switch up whatever they said. So, for instance, if Bryce said, "How's your day, Josiah?" Josiah would say something like, "Oh, it's going great," and then I would say new choice, and he would say something like, "Oh, it's going bad," and I just keep saying new choice until they say exactly what I want them to say. So. We'll get it going. I'm going to be the one saying new choice. You two are going to be performing a scene. Oh, all this work. So the scene that you guys have is the following. You two are astronauts fixing the space station. Go ahead.
Hey Jimmy, how's your day today?
Oh, this isn't the only questions one, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. It's great.
New choice.
I think red is sus.
New choice.
You're
I
being
think-
kind of sus. I didn't see you on cams.
I was on Vitals. I mean, I wasn't on Vitals.
It's a bit sus, man. I don't know.
New choice.
I was doing wires,
Oof. What'd you eat for breakfast?
tacos,
New choice.
burritos,
New choice.
enchiladas,
New choice.
quesadillas,
New choice.
top ramen,
I had tomato cheese.
tomato cheese. That sounds delicious.
New choice.
That sounds horrible.
You're horrible.
New choice.
You look horrible.
Take that back.
New choice.
Say it again.
You look horrible.
New choice.
Oh.
You look horrible and stupid.
New choice. It's too mean.
You look lovely today.
Thanks. Wow, you're being wow. Well, are we supposed to be like fixing something on this spaceship?
Oh yeah, let me help you out there. I'm just kidding. You really look dumb and stupid.
New choice.
You look not that.
You're not too bad yourself.
Hey, look.
You're horrible.
Okay, we're gonna end that scene there. That was slowly turning into insults. Don't take inspiration from these two. Okay, we're gonna do a new scene. Which one of you guys wants to be the one saying new choice?
I want to.
You want to? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you sit in the fancy chair. All right. And the scene that me and Josiah will be doing is two surgeons performing a surgery. All right, and we'll take it away. So whenever you want us to say something different, just say new choice. All right. Scalpel. Thank you. So how's the wife?
Yeah. What wife?
New choice.
I mean, she's alive.
Oh, well, that's great. I mean, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for you.
New choice.
Why do you always have to talk about your wife when we're at work?
I try not to.
Well, maybe the next time I bring it up, don't bring it up. I'm getting really stressed, and it's not a good idea to be stressed while doing a surgery, you know?
You asked.
New choice.
I asked.
New choice again.
Oh, I think you stabbed him.
I think he's fine.
Here,
Here,
I think he's bleeding out. And
get the stitches. Get the stitches.
New choice.
We'll leave him like this. He's fine.
the screen, the thing with the bumpies, it just. Zzz.
It's because the wire wasn't plugged in.
Oh, plug it back in.
Oh, whoops.
New choice.
Don't plug it. Unplug it. Unplug it. Unplug it. Yeah.
What do I do now?
I don't know. You're the doctor. I'm just
New
here.
choice.
I'm the doctor. Give me that scalpel.
Okay. Wait.
Ow!
Sorry.
I think we just cut alongside the belly button.
New choice.
I think we just sew up the belly button.
That's a good idea. I mean, that's a big belly button. That's a huge belly button. Whoa. What do you say we take a break?
New choice.
What do you say we work until we die?
New choice.
What do you say we call your wife and see if she wants to help us with the surgery?
Right, about the wife. I tried telling you earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know where she is.
What do you mean?
She's, I don't know. She went to the beach.
New choice.
She went to the moon.
Your wife was just on that.
She's an astronaut.
She was
okay?
on that
Don't
last.
ask.
She was on that last
Yes,
rocket launch.
yes.
The one that blew up.
New choice.
The one that landed safely on the moon and had no problems at
One
all.
more time.
The problems that the. Where's your wife?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, doctor. Well, I know what will make you happy.
Lucille?
Is that your wife's name?
Yes.
Man, you know what? I know exactly what will make you happy. Don't worry about Lucille. Don't worry about her being on the moon.
What, Mike and Ike?
We love Mike and Ike. Oh no, we lost the patient.
Oh, you probably ate too many Mike and Ikes.
All right. Good job. Well done. Let's do one more scene. This time, Josiah will be the one saying new choice, and Bryce will be up here with me during the scene. So it'll be fantastic. Hey, let me just make sure that the live stream stays up and running. Cool. All right. So the scene that Bryce and I have is we are cowboys in a saloon in the Old West, and let's take it away. Ding 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 ding.
There's not room in this town for the two of us.
James.
Yeah. I have a gun.
I have a gun too, partner. Why do you keep spitting so much?
Just ate too many
New
nice
change.
nights. I just drank too much candy soda.
Candy soda. Must be a new dangled. That's what I meant to. A new dangled product.
New change.
It must be a. That sounds great.
I gotta put my gun away.
Wait, yeah. Why do we still have these?
I don't want any accidents to happen.
I don't trust you.
New change.
I think you're a great fellow, and I'd love to get a drink with you. Stop spitting. It's getting a little gross. Ow, shoot. You know what? I like you, partner.
New change.
You know what? Quit spitting on me or I will punch you in the face. Ow.
Oh, I'll help you.
Oh. Ow.
Are you okay, partner?
You know what? I'm not.
New change.
You know what? I'm fine. Stop spitting on me.
No.
I swear.
New change.
Please keep spitting on me.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant Bryce.
Oh, my bad. Oh, the rafters.
The water's leaking in.
The bartender. How much water is on the ceiling that's making it?
It's just all my spit
Oh,
from earlier.
How long do you spend in here every day to accumulate so much saliva on the ceiling? Ow. You know what? I say we put our guns down and we just have a nice time here in the saloon. It's going to be great. All right?
Deal.
Dig it. Here, let me buy you a drink.
New change.
Here, let me smash this drink across your face. Wow, that was perfectly timed. Alright, that's it. Cool. Thanks, guys, for playing with us. Woohoo! Alright. So, what we're going to do now is jump into our lesson time. Which, yeah, I'll go ahead and get that all started for you. Was there music playing? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you can just click that. Cool. Awesome. Alright.
We did it.
We did it. We did the first part. Okay. Now I'm just trying to find there it is. I've still got that accent going. I don't know why. Well, thanks for coming to Overflow Live with us, guys. We enjoy having you guys here, and we enjoy knowing that you're watching online. Read some of the comments, laughing really hard about it. That's great. So last week we were talking about the Ten Commandments and everything, and that got me thinking about the guy who was presented with the Ten Commandments, Moses. And we had that video about the Ten Commandments at the beginning. Moses is like a really interesting individual. Here, I'll move a little bit so that they can see. Okay, cool. Moses is a really interesting individual. In the comments, let me know if you've seen this movie, Prince of Egypt. Prince of Egypt is like one of my all-time favorite movies because it's a animated movie, but it's also a musical, but it stays very true to the story of Moses. And so I want to tell you guys this story about Moses in kind of a theatrical version. It was just another ordinary day. Nothing special, nothing out of the norm. For Moses, it was pretty much the same routine it had been for the past 40 years of his life. Wake up, take care of the sheep, go to bed, start all over the next day. His years spent growing up as a prince in Egypt, a prince in Pharaoh's palace on the banks of the beautiful Nile River, seemed like a lifetime away, and now his days consisted of taking care of his father-in-law's flocks of sheep out on the dry and dusty desert plains of Midian. At 80 years old, Moses and his life was very happy and very satisfied. At 80 years old, his life was over. Whatever dreams he may have once had were now long gone, and he was content being a sheep herder. It wasn't a horrible life. In fact, it was pretty peaceful. In spite of his education and his learning and his prominence growing up as a prince, Moses had come to accept his lot in life and resigned himself to it. But then, one day, as he was tending his sheep, he came across a burning bush. God asked him a question, and life as Moses knew it changed forever. The sight of a bush burning in the desert probably wasn't that shocking to Moses. It probably wasn't that shocking. But then, when the bush continued to blaze without burning up, his curiosity was piqued, and he drew closer to investigate. At that moment, Moses heard God's voice coming from within the burning bush, calling him by name, Moses, Moses. Imagine how Moses might have felt when God told him that he had seen the agony of his people in Egypt and had heard their cries for deliverance. And then imagine how he felt when he said that he was sending Moses to lead them out of Egypt. For 40 years, Moses had led nothing but sheep. Is it any wonder that Moses responded with, "What if they don't believe me? What if they don't listen to me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to you?" Do you know how God chose to answer Moses' question? With a seemingly unrelated question of his own. What's in your hand? Moses, what is in your hand? Now, Moses probably wondered why God would ask him such an obvious question. A question that he knew the answer to, being God. But Moses simply responded, "A shepherd's staff. I'm holding a shepherd's staff." Then God commanded, "Throw your staff on the ground, Moses." So Moses threw it on the ground, and lo and behold, it turned into a snake. And naturally, Moses was frightened, and he ran away. That is, until he was stopped in his tracks once again by God, who told him to pick up the snake by its tail. So Moses cautiously reached out his hand and picked up the snake by his tail, and it immediately became a staff again. And we don't know how long Moses had been using that particular staff, but I want to describe this to you. The odds are Moses was probably pretty familiar with that staff. Most likely he had grown pretty familiar with all the staff's little nicks and grooves. The passage of time in the desert had probably weathered the wood to a point where it was so smooth and completely at home in his hand. His staff represented so much more than just a walking stick. First, it represented his identity. Just like how a doctor is identified by a stethoscope, just how a tool belt represents a mechanic, Moses' staff was the most recognizable symbol of his occupation as a shepherd. His career, his job. Secondly, it was a symbol of his income. In those days, people didn't have bank accounts. People didn't have money, credit cards, hedge funds. They had cattle, goats, and sheep. And as a caretaker of his father-in-law's flock of sheep, Moses' income, his money, and his possessions were inextricably linked to his position as a sheep carer, or as a flock keeper. Oops, I just lost my spot. There we go. Third, and most importantly, the third thing that the staff symbolized was Moses' influence. Because when a shepherd uses his staff to move sheep from point A to point B, he is essentially influencing them. So, in essence, when God asked Moses, "What's in your hand?" and he told him to throw it on the ground, he was saying, are you going to lay down your life, your identity, surrender your income, let go of your influence? Because if you do, I'm going to take something that seems dead to you, and I'm going to make something come alive. I'll make a miracle out of it. It may seem like an insignificant stick, but if you surrender it to my hands, I'll do all the things you could never imagine possible. So the question that God asked Moses so many years ago still resonates just as strongly today. What's in your hand? Your talent, background, education, welfare, freedom, health, contacts, opportunities, mind, passion, wealth, ideas, creativity. What's in your hand? The first step to going out lies in giving in. Before we can go, God wants us to let go, to totally, completely, unconditionally, absolutely surrender to Him each and every single day. So ask yourself tonight, before we jump into our conversation, is this: what's in my hand? The story of Moses and the burning bush, and Moses being concerned about what the future is going to hold, how God is going to use him, whether he's even suited for this, brings me to a verse in the New Testament where Jesus is talking to his disciples about doing what God asks them to do. In Matthew 16:19 it says this: "And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you lose on earth will be lost in heaven." So, what's in your hand? What is the thing in your life that identifies you the most, and how can God use it? And so that's what we're going to do for this conversation. We've got Bryce and Josiah sitting here, and so I just want to talk with you guys. Cool beans? Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. So, when, this is just kind of a random question, but when was the first time that you guys heard about the story of Moses? Or maybe, what was it like, what were your first impressions whenever you heard about Moses the first time, if you can even remember that far back?
I'm not even sure. I remember learning about him in nursery time.
Yeah.
When I used to go to Desert Chapel.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
Gotcha. Cool. How about you, Josiah?
Are we talking about this story or? Because
Either way, Moses' story as a whole, Moses in the burning bush.
It was kind of a surreal feeling because of all the things that you wouldn't see in nowadays, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like the abundance of miracle kind of.
Yeah.
What? Because I think you guys know a decent amount about the Moses story, right? What in not just the burning bush story, but in the entire story of Moses, what is kind of what's like the main thing you think about? Whether it's something specifically in the story, like the plagues or parting the Red Sea or anything like that, or like what you take away from the story. What's the first thing you think about?
I always remember the parting the Red Sea.
Parting the Red
It's
Sea.
the first thing I always think about.
Huh. Nice. Why do you think that's the first thing that you think about?
I don't know. It's just so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of think about the separating the sea too, because of how much of a miracle it was to like open up an entire body of water to let all those people go through.
Yeah.
And then close it behind you. It's kind of.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I think that's the first image that comes to my mind too, is the miraculous. The Red Sea is. It's not like a super wide sea, but it's a really deep sea. So like, God empowered Moses to do that to save all of the Israelites, and because of how many there were, it must have taken so long for them to walk through the sea. So like, we think about the power and the miracle and the majesty of what God did through Moses, but then this story of the burning bush shows Moses is just a guy who's freaked out about God. What do you think about that?
I don't know. It's just crazy. Who was like just doing his normal life, just being a shepherd, and eventually, it's just crazy to think that he did all these cool things, and especially parting the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question? I was looking at a comment.
Got you. When you think about the hugeness of what Moses ends up doing because of God working through him, but then you think about this story in the burning bush and Moses just being like a regular dude who's scared out of his mind and like so unsure of himself. What do you think about that?
It kind of adds to the feeling of like anybody could experience it, no matter if you're a shepherd or a king.
Yeah. Actually, that's a really great point. That at that point in the story, Moses isn't a prince anymore, right? He's just a shepherd, and he's been a shepherd for almost half a century. Like, I think that's always a part in the story that I forget, is that Moses came from the highest part of like what you could possibly be. Probably one of the most powerful people in the entire world at that point, and then turned into a regular shepherd. And at that point, he was so unsure of himself. But yeah, that's an interesting point to bring up too, that anyone can be empowered by God. So let's talk about then the question at the end of that. What's in your hand? What's the thing in your life that identifies you? Now, for Moses, I mean, there's a lot that identifies. For that specific story, we're using the example of the staff. But what is something in your life that God can use or has used in the past to kind of, if that makes sense?
What, like something that identifies us?
Yeah, something in your life that God should use or can use or has used.
I don't know. That's kind of a hard question.
Yeah, I get you. Here, let me give you an example. So, for myself, I would say that God used my youthfulness and my I wouldn't say immaturity, but I'd say lack of acting old. I act like a kid a lot, and that comes from my energy and my bubbliness and just how I fit in more with younger people than I do with older people. And God uses that attribute in my life to say, like, hey, Zach, youth ministry is what you're called to. Like, you'd be great at youth ministry because you're energetic and you like hanging out with students. And, I mean, there's so many more attributes that God has put in my life that help me do youth ministry. But I think one of the big ones is just that I have a very youthful nature. So, what's something in your life that is something that God can use?
Like how I'm always more, like I'm forward to people. I'm never scared to talk to anybody. I'm always open to talk to anybody about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never shy or anything, so
Yeah.
I think he's definitely used that in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that too. Yeah, you have a very open personality and you're very engaged with people. Yeah, so God definitely uses that. Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Josiah?
I feel like with my past and my history and all of those things that, you know, happened to me growing up that made me to be the person that I am today,
Mm-hmm.
kind of makes me more understanding, and I can kind of relate to a lot of things. So it's like I can talk to people, and I feel like that's how God's using me, because I can relate to those that I'm like trying to help out and those that I'm talking to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I agree with that too. So then let's bring it back to Moses to kind of close out the conversation. What do you guys think it would have been like to be in Moses' shoes? We kind of know what he was going through because of the Bible, but the Bible is a book. The Bible is literary. So put yourself in Moses' shoes for a moment. What do you think it would have been like to just be doing your everyday task, and then all of a sudden God is like speaking to you, like very directly, and calling you to a specific thing, and you're not feeling sure of yourself?
Oh, I would be freaked out too.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It's crazy how, like, literally how directly it was. You're just doing your shepherd work, how you've been doing the past however long, and doing the same thing every day, and then literally God talks to you. You have a conversation with God. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. How are you, Josiah?
I mean, yeah, I'd be freaked out too if a burning bush was talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie Prince of Egypt. Have you guys seen that movie?
That used to be like one of my favorite. I guess that would probably be my first impression
Yeah.
of Moses, because I used to love that movie as a kid. I would watch it all the time.
In the movie Prince of Egypt, if you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend seeing it. It's on Netflix and stuff. But there's a scene in the movie where, I mean, it's the burning bush scene, and it starts off with God talking very calmly to Moses, saying, like, he's literally whispering his name, and Moses is like walking closer, he's like confused, and then God tells him about the suffering of his people, how Moses needs to go to Egypt, and Moses is like, I can't do this, I'm just a shepherd, and I don't know how to talk to people, and if I go there, they're going to kill me. And then the soft, gentle voice of God suddenly turns into a shout. Who are you to say? Like, just gets loud, and Moses gets knocked down, and God's like demanding him, like, now go, Moses! Like, loud and aggressive. And I think that's probably the best representation of God, is God approaches you with a gentle call and a gentle nudge to be like, hey, I'm here, pay attention. And then when God is serious and he's trying to tell you for sure this is the thing that you need to do, that God is telling you to do, he will get in your face about it. He'll say, like, this is what you have to do. This is what I'm calling you to do. So like I said, if you're able to see that movie on Netflix, check it out, Prince of Egypt. It's really cool. And as a side note, there are some really, like, this doesn't have to do with the conversation. The conversation's wrapped at this point. But that movie has some of the best actors in it ever. Did you know that Jeff Goldblum's in that movie?
Oh, really?
Did you know that Sandra Bullock's in that movie?
No.
Did you know that Moses is played by Val Kilmer?
The heck?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know who Val Kilmer is.
He was one of the Batmans. Steve Martin and Martin Short are the little guys. Voldemort himself, Ralph Fiennes, is Pharaoh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's some big names in that movie. Anyways, cool. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys being part of the conversation. Thank you guys for your comments, for tuning in with us. We have a challenge that Michael has presented us with tonight, so it's okay. We're going to put on a timer for 2 minutes once we get everything set up. Can you guys drag this over here? Here, I'll take this.
The whiteboard?
Yeah, the whiteboard, the big one here, and with the more blank side facing us. So we have a challenge. Michael wants us to name all the 50 states in as little time as possible. So we're going to put on a timer for 2 minutes. Wow. Don't worry, you're good. Alright, and then good stuff. So we're going to have a timer for 2 minutes, and each of us is going to be writing down the 50 states of these United States. 2 minutes to write as many of them as we can. Whoever has the most and the most correct, so don't say New Canada or Britain or
Old Mexico.
Omaha. Anyways, Compton, I don't know.
Compton.
2 minutes to write down all the names of the 50 states. You guys, I will let you guys pick your colors.
I want green.
You want green? You want black? All right, don't start writing yet.
Yeah, just make sure.
All right, so I'm setting a timer for 2 minutes. We're going to get all 50 states, hopefully. And ready, set, go. Oh, poop.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Zach probably studied for this.
I didn't know. No. I messed up. I'm doing it alphabetically.
What?
Yeah. But I think I missed a state.
I think I spelled one wrong.
You still Massachusetts?
How much time? Where's the timer? Did the timer not go? Oh, we still have a minute. Okay.
Oh.
No peeking,
I'm
boys.
gonna look at yours.
No, don't.
No, I just.
That's cheating, Bryce. How do you spell Massachusetts? I'll let you guys figure that out.
I asked him first.
I've got chicken scratch, but that's fine.
Mine's way worse than yours. Oh, shoot. I'm literally stuck. Oh, I'm done. 10 is ball C.
I'm putting
Oh,
all
you
the
guys
next
are
one.
actually smoking me. This is the worst. Now I actually feel comfortable off cheating you.
All right, that's time. Pens down. Dang! All right. So,
Oh my gosh.
let's read it like this. So, California, Ohio, Texas, Idaho, New York, New Jersey, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Illinois, New Mexico, Alabama, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Oregon.
Wyoming.
Why did I say Wyoming? Washington,
Washington.
Nevada, Washington, whatever, that's fine. Nevada,
Oh.
Arizona, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia. That's 21 I counted? Did I do that?
I
right?
was
1,
not
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, cool.
Almost half.
I did
Iowa,
Alpha.
Arizona, California, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, South Carolina, North Dakota, North Carolina, Kentucky, New Mexico, Mississippi, Texas. What is
I
this?
didn't know how to
Tennis
spell
ball?
Tennessee,
Oh.
so I put tennis ball C.
Tennis ball C. And Iowa. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Iowa?
5. Idaho.
Oh.
Sorry. I did all mine alphabetically, so now mine are in a junk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll count tennis ball, that's fine. 14, cool.
I did awful.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia. I messed that up. It's supposed to be Idaho, not Iowa. Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont,
Show off.
Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin,
College.
Wyoming.
College
Yeah!
student.
Woo! All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Half
yeah.
of the stuff I tried to write down, I didn't.
I like tennis ball. Tennis ball is a much better name for Tennessee. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. This was episode 5 of Overflow Live. We've enjoyed all the support that you guys have been giving us by tuning in, by giving us good feedback, by just being here with us in community. Reminder, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. we'll be playing Among Us, so if you want to jump into that Discord server, I'll be there playing Among Us with you. Maybe Michael will join us. Who knows? And it'll be great. So I look forward to that, and thank you once again, guys. Huge thanks to Bryce and Josiah for helping us out. And yeah, have a great night, everyone.